Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brent. We're continuing our holiday guide, and I've got two books from Downtown Bookworks. Now, they've hooked us up with these, and we've discussed some of their releases in the past. They're a lot of fun for comic book fans, geared towards more kids, but, well, really any comic book fan should enjoy these. So we've got two books. We got the Awesome Activities for Superheroes and the Color Me Powerful. Express your girl power with daring doodles, bold drawings, and big dreams. This book's $14.99, and this one's $12.99. You know, obviously geared towards kids. We're going to discuss this one first, the activity book. So there's tons of puzzles, break codes, you can doodle, a whole bunch more. So it's got, basically, I mean, it's an activity book. It's a kid's activity book. $14.99 with, well, a whole bunch of pages. Let's see here, exact amount. There is 150, we'll say 151 pages, because the last one's like a double-page spread, of tons of activities that you can do, and the activities, there's a lot of different stuff here. So there's everything like, you know, races, and you know, drawing pictures, to, let's see here, you know, figuring out what's different, code breaking, lots of things that, you know, it's fun. You know, there's My Superhero World, you can put it, you know, geared towards kids that like superheroes. I mean, activity books are always a good thing. Gets them off their phones, gets them off the computers, gives them something a little physical to do, throw a little pencil or crayon or whatever in their hands and have them go to town and have some fun. I mean, I grew up, I loved activity books. To be able to get something with superheroes got me super excited. So, you know, to see this makes me, well, even happier. Geared towards, let's see if there's an age on this. I don't think there's an age anywhere listed around here. Well, we're just going to say whatever age kids could do these sort of activities. You know, there's things like memory, there's patterns, there's drawing, pick, you know, what's different, lots of different items in there. And the thing I actually think that's neat about this is that it's retro art. This isn't, you know, Rebirth, this isn't New 52. The styles, the art in there is throughout the decades. There's a lot of stuff mining from like the 70s, 80s, but then you even get things like Harley Quinn, which, you know, obviously is a bit more modern. So there's even for comic fans that are adults, you might appreciate it just from the art that's in there. As far as the activities, I mean, it's a kid book, you know. I enjoyed doing these activities as a kid, so hopefully kids these days will still like doing these activities, but, you know, I'm not a kid, so I really couldn't tell you what the kids are into these days. But you know what? This is a neat option. I think this is definitely something different, and maybe for kids who can't read, but like superheroes, I think this is a good option for them. Alright, next we've got the Color Me Powerful. Coloring books are super popular today. You know, this one is make some art to let the world know just how fabulous you are. Doodle, draw, design, fire up your imagination. This is the place to express your unique and amazing girl power. Clever prompts, coloring pages, inspiring ideas, along with a little help from your favorite superheroes will get you started. Are you awesome, creative, and powerful? $12.99. This, like the activity book, has a lot of the similar stuff. You know, you could put your own dialogue. You can draw, color. Let's see here. You can create your own superhero. It's basically a different activity book. More geared towards the female superheroes. And again, this is, you know, it's a fun thing. We got some retro art in there. And just like that activity book is, you know, there's tons of stuff to do. I mean, there's like 100 and a little less, like 144 pages worth of stuff. You get opportunity to draw. You know, even though this says that it's more towards like you think that this is a coloring book, it's not. There's tons of activities in there, just like the Awesome Activities one. This one just is more geared towards the kick-ass women of DC Comics. And again, like, you know, if you have a kid that is really into like Wonder Woman and Mira and Catwoman, and you want to get something more specific with that, this is another book to get. Boy, girl, doesn't matter. Tons of stuff to do. I don't think they would really notice anyways. Just, you know, what are their favorite characters? That's really what it comes down to. Just like, you know, this activity book, this one has art throughout the decades. There's stuff from the 60s, the 70s, 80s, and, you know, pretty modern as well. The the activities are kind of all over the place. There's drawing, there's coloring, there's fill in the blank type stuff. A lot to keep kids busy. Overall, I think they're really neat options. Instead of getting, a book for them to read for kids who might not be able to read that are just doing, into doing activity. These are good things to get. There's a lot of kids who are into superheroes but aren't at that level where they're able to pick up a comic book or a graphic novel and enjoy them. So this is another opportunity out there for kids to enjoy. Downtown Books actually does a lot of really neat items out there. There's like board books for kids. There's joke books. All like DC Comics based, and they I think have some other properties you can check out as well. But basically, like if you're looking for comic related items for younger kids, they've got some fantastic options. I think it's actually really great stuff that they're putting out there. It definitely fills a gap that's needed, and everything I've checked out so far has been really neat. Like I actually think it's a really cool niche that they're filling, and the stuff that they're been putting out that I've seen so far, I've enjoyed, and I think that's really neat. There's even like a cookbook out there for kids that has superhero items in there. So overall, like Downtown Books as a whole, I recommend. I think there's some really good options for younger kids who might not be able to read comic books and like superheroes. Stuff is actually relatively pretty cheap. You're looking at like 10, 15 bucks for a book. We'll keep them busy for quite a while, so there's basically lots of options throughout the age ranges. Give a big thumbs up. It's a great option this holiday season for that superhero in your life. We got some links beneath this video. Some might be affiliate links, so we'll get a small percentage off of that. I want to thank Downtown Books for hooking us up, as usual, Downtown Bookworks. They, again, do wonderful stuff. I really enjoy what they're doing, and look forward to supporting them more, because I think they do some interesting and much needed releases out there. So go check it out. Again, I think this is a really solid alternative for kids who are into superheroes but might not be at that age where they can read comic books. Downtown Bookworks, awesome stuff. As always, thanks for watching. Now, if you're into DC Comics, if you're into comic books in general, you should check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, as always, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.